initiatives provide training in both technical and soft skills, equipping women with the necessary tools to succeed in tech and cybersecurity. Second, mentorship and networking. The mentorship program and networking events offer valuable connections and guidance for experienced professionals in the field. Third, leadership opportunities. By addressing systemic barriers and promoting women's participation in decision-making process, ITU aims to create a more leadership opportunities for women in tech and cybersecurity. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, allow me to mention that through this conference, we can inspire and support more women to step into exciting and impactful role of cybersecurity. Let's continue to work together, break barriers, and build a more inclusive and secure digital world. Let us proactively develop multiple pathways to crowd in more talents at different levels of our cybersecurity ecosystem. Cyber will be more successful with women and girls on board, and women and girls can be successful in cyber. Let's increase the visibility of women and girls, both internally and externally. She secures. She is here to learn. She is here to grow. She is here to connect. She is here to be supported. And she is here to be heard. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that statement from ITU. She is bored. I want 5 bored women to come and fill the spaces in front. Taking up spaces, ladies, it starts here. 5 bored ladies. We have empty spaces. This row, we have no one. Thank you. From our representatives from ITU, I think we can let you go now. I have exciting news.
Who remembers what we did yesterday with Airtel? Ladies. Airtel. Competition? Anyone? Giveaway? Who remembers? Who remembers, ladies? Let's be active. Who remembers? Okay, fine. So now we have the winners. Should I announce them or we are not interested? Okay, fine. So, I hope we know that we have another competition today from Airtel. I'm going to announce these amazing ladies. May you please go by the Airtel gazebo at tea break. Not now, huh? Now we still have to go through the panel and listen attentively. These my files are yours, so do not worry. We have Vanessa, Tayamika, Izati, Yebo, Teresa, Grace, Olive, Odetta, Alice, Cinderella, Ruben, and Faith. Maybe may I ask Airtel next time, can you please also give the surnames, because we might have 3 Graces and now I'm going to show up thinking I won. So a plea to Airtel that in our next competitions, when writing down our winners, just for, we don't want 5 Graces to show up and then they have to compensate you. If you're a Grace and you show up and it's not you, Airtel will compensate you with the bundle. Okay, fine. We will still have the Catch the Flag competition later on. We will have the link for registration app shortly. We said that we are only taking 100 of you. So first come, first serve. The moment that you have the link, please register, and then you'll have the competition. As our chair said, this competition, you are going to win an internship. You also Princess. Did you see Princess? Were we not inspired by Princess? You could be the next princess. Now, let's go into our panel. This one is going to be one with our allies. So, these are the men now. The men are our allies. Chair said we can't just empower women. If we empower women and the men are not part of the conversation, then we are going to have a gap. So we will not be able to conversate with each other. That is why we have these allies with us.
So that they too, they can maybe learn from our point of view and take a few things with them so that when they go back, they know. Because these are the men that are sitting on the panels that are hiring these women out. These are the men that are sitting in the lecture rooms teaching these young women. These are the men that are currently, not forever because we are changing the status quo. They are sitting on the table and making a decision. So we are pushing to have more women on this table, but currently there are more men. So for now, we need to have them in this room so that they too can hear, but we can also hear from them. Now, the topic is the role of men in advancing women leadership in cybersecurity. May I call our moderator, Faison Masoa, to please come up front and introduce your panel. A hand for Faison so he doesn't feel intimidated by our amazing women and girls in this room.
Thank you. Thank you for having us as men to attend the cyber conference this year. Most delighted. It's a great privilege to have such a topic. Just to echo the words of the chairperson, cybersecurity, cyber profession is not just a women's role, but it also involves men who are there actively, maybe even in leadership roles. So it's also a role for men to facilitate, that accommodation, that inclusivity. So we'll hear from the different professionals that are here that will join us in this panel discussion, looking at the role of men in advancing the women's leadership role in cybersecurity. So without further ado, let me call upon our panelists. Allow me to stand a bit as they come. We'll first of all have Mr. Alexius Chipalamazani. Let's give him a round of applause as he comes to join us. Alexius has been is a result-driven telecoms and infrastructure engineer with a decade of experience in network design, implementation, high-performance computing, as well as cybersecurity. He is the network infrastructure manager for MAREN, which is Malawi Research Education Network, MAREN, and he's responsible for this speed interconnectivity as well as cybersecurity for academic research institutions in Malawi. He holds a master's degree in information and communication engineering and a bachelor's degree in information and communication engineering from the Polytechnic Mobas. Alexius plays a pivotal role in driving digital transformation and cyber resilience in support of national research and education networks. So he's helping to bridge the digital divide and promote inclusive access to knowledge and innovation. Thank you, Alexius. I proceed to our second panelist, Mr. Andrew Pemba. Mr. Andrew Pemba, let's give him a round of applause. Mr. Andrew Pemba, as he's joining us, Mr. Andrew Pemba is the manager responsible for cybersecurity at the Reserve Bank of Malawi, the central bank. So if we know cybersecurity, we are safe at the central bank. That's one of the key managers. He has 20 years experience with the bank, 7 of which he has been managing the cybersecurity. So he holds quite a rich experience in that field. He holds a bachelor's in computer science from the University of Malawi, Chancellor College formerly, and a master's of science in cybersecurity from the University of Durban, UK, and on which he got a distinction. So it's possible for ladies, let's continue to further study, and he's further doing CISSP, which is a Certified Information Systems Security professional. So that's what he's currently pursuing. I mean, hearing some of the qualifications which I've mentioned, it's what we need to also aim for as ladies. So thank you, Mr. Andrew Pemba, for being with us. Let me also call Engineer Mike Ngandu to join us on stage. He is a seasoned cybersecurity professional with nearly 10 years experience in the IT industry, over 5 years experience specializing in cybersecurity operations. He currently serves as the assistant manager of the Security Operations Center, which is SOC, at the Bank of Zambia, where he leads threat intelligence, digital forensics, incident response functions. He holds a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity engineering, a master's degree in information security and digital forensics in the University of East London, and he's currently pursuing an MBA of information technology management. His professional certification spans penetration testing, digital forensics, threat intelligence, incident response, deep and dark
recording in progress,
web and red or blue team operations. Prior to joining the central bank, he held senior security roles at MTN, Digital Safe Limited, and MTN Zambia. He has helped organizations to achieve ISO 27001 certifications, led cyber attack investigations, deployed advanced security technologies in Zambia, and managed SOC teams in critical sectors. He's also passionate about cyber resilience and frequently joins such discussions to do with cyber threat evolution, forensics, and regulatory compliance in digital environments. Thank you, Engineer Mike Ngandu, for being with us in Malawi. Thank you. We have our last panelist, Mr. Akim Sanuka. Will you please join us, Mr. Akim Sanuka? Mr. Akim Sanuka. Give him a round of applause as he's coming through. So Mr. Akim Sanuka is the Senior Deputy Director for ICT at the Ministry of Information and Digitalization Department of e-Government, a dynamic leader in information technology and cybersecurity, renowned for exceptional ability to lead diverse teams in projects in the public sector. So it's great to have involvement of even the government, because those are efforts that are being shown, and he He is currently pursuing his MBA in cybersecurity with a specialization in executive leadership in information assurance at EC Council University. He holds an MSc, Master of Science, in Information Security and Digital Forensics from the University of East London, and the Bachelor of Science in Business Information Technology at the Greenwich University. He is also a certified ethical hacker, computer hacking forensic investigator, a certified network associate, CCNA. He is also exceptionally well prepared to address some of the challenges we face in cybersecurity. So thank you, Mr. Akins. Distinguished ladies, girls, our guest of honor who opened yesterday, all protocols observed. We are also honored by our Honorable Minister who is in our midst, and distinguished gents that are also here. It's such an honor to have this panel discussion to look at what are the roles of men in advancing women's leadership in cybersecurity. So we'll be hearing from our panelists through different discussions, some topics that are there. And just want to thank Makra as well for having us as gentlemen. So without further ado, let me go into the topic of discussion. First question, the first ask is, while we realize that there are gender gaps in cybersecurity, to all the panelists, they will give us a response. From your experience, how have you observed gender disparities in cybersecurity teams? You know, realizing the gender gaps that are there, how have you, from your experience in your different sectors, industries, how have you observed gender disparities in the cybersecurity teams? So I think we can start with you, Alexius, then we go to Mr. Pemba and onwards. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Working as a network and infrastructure manager at Marine, we normally work with academic institutions as well as research institutions across the country. And you can agree with me. I think even well-established institutions these days, they don't have, most of them, they don't have cybersecurity engineers present. So much of the work is done by maybe network engineers from these institutions. And going around these institutions, you'll see that more than 90% of the engineers who deal with cybersecurity or even just networking aspects, they are men. So it's really there. Most of the people working in the cybersecurity space, they are men. That's why as management at Marine, we made a bold move because we are trying to set up the academic cell, the cell responsible for the academic and research sector in Malawi. So we hired the team, the initial team, to work on cybersecurity issues. And we made a bold move because we can't be talking of, women inclusion when we are not doing it ourselves. So at the moment, under our team, we have 4 engineers, cybersecurity team, and 3 of those are ladies.
Just 1. So that was a bold move that we made, at least to address the issues that are rampant amongst the cybersecurity teams in terms of women presence. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you. Round of applause for them. Thank you. We go to Mr. Pemba. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, moderator, and thank you all delegates here. Yeah. Indeed, from my experience, we have observed that there is gender disparities in cybersecurity teams. Most especially, women are underrepresented in this field, with only a small percentage of cybersecurity roles being held by women. But at the Reserve Bank, at least we are trying, because we have women leadership at even director level. Because previously, for information, cybersecurity was under the Directorate of Information and Technology. So the head of that department is a woman. Right. And also, that time, our cybersecurity was managed by a female as well. So at least on that area, at the Reserve Bank, we are doing well. Of course, during our subsequent discussions, we'll mention some of the initiatives that the bank is doing to ensure and encourage women participation as well as involvement in cybersecurity. I think at this juncture, let me stop there. Thank you.
Thank you. Over to you, Engineer Mike.
Thank you very much, and good morning to everyone. So to say that, to just say yes, we have noticed disparities would be an understatement. So I would like to go off by saying we've noted that cyber threats over the past years, from the inception of cybersecurity, cybercrime does not discriminate. Hackers just don't. It doesn't matter what gender you are, male or female. Yeah. So hackers will just hack you regardless of the gender that's present in the organization. So why must cybersecurity discriminate instead? So we've noted that there's been a number of disparities in the space, in the sense that it's not really an issue of women aren't applying enough. It's an issue of the doors that they're supposed to walk through haven't been opened wide enough to accommodate females to apply for this job. In the sense that we notice from job descriptions, from job ads, in a subtle way, they're designed for men, in the sense that you'll see that organizations prioritize long working hours over individual brilliance over the input. I'm a staunch believer in the narrative that it's not how long you spend at work, but it's how much work you get out of the time you spend at work. So it's not an issue of, we've noticed disparities, and it's not an issue of
women aren't applying enough, but it's an issue of men being involved enough. And so to answer that, I'll go off by saying, yes, disparities have been noted. And
we need men to be involved so that we can spread awareness. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Mike. Round of applause. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here this morning, and thank you for your wonderful question regarding the disparities that are there in cybersecurity in as far as women and girls are concerned. I am coming from the government, government being the biggest employer. Cybersecurity is not very new. It came some years back, but we've really observed that when it comes to women participation in cybersecurity, the numbers are not encouraging. There are two approaches that government has taken because we already have the working professionals that are there. What are they supposed to do? Is to reskill. They already have the skills, but the landscape keeps on changing, especially when it comes to cybersecurity. It is the ever-evolving landscape. So there is need for these working professionals to reskill. Now, for those that are joining government now, what are they supposed to do? Is to upskill. They need to look at what are the courses that are available out there in terms of cybersecurity. let them upskill. I want to get some statistics from the existing reports out there. One of them coming from the World Bank, the second one coming from ISC2, that indicates that the numbers globally, women participation in cybersecurity, are very low. In 2013, we were at 10%. In 2016, we came somewhere, was it 16%? Now, 2025, we are projected to be hitting between 22 to 25%. That's global participation. You can see that this is not encouraging at all. What is supposed to be done after observing these disparities? There is one thing that I would like to talk about. It is the perception. It has been perceived that cybersecurity is male-dominated. Yes, but there is need now to change the perception, to say there is enough room for everyone in the cyberspace. Therefore, let's get in. Thank you.
Thank you. Round of
applause.
I think we've heard
different experiences as ladies in terms of upskilling, reskilling, always aim to study further and reskill and update the skills that you have in terms of cybersecurity, because things are changing, evolving. That's one of the key roles in which ladies, girls, women can also tap into this space. For this second question, I will ask Akim and Alexius. First of all, to you, it's looking at the role of male allies. We've been called as allies here in promoting gender equality. So first of all, to Akim, or maybe because you've answered the last question, if you don't mind, I'll ask Alexius. Then I'll come back to Akim. In infrastructure and technical roles, how many men actively mentor and sponsor women to take on leadership positions? So experience, infrastructure and technical roles. How many men actively mentor and sponsor women to take on leadership positions? Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I think this has been something that maybe we have made to believe, but I would say it's not true based on my personal experience, working with a lot of ladies. Maybe when I was just coming in the industry, I was mentored by ladies. Some ladies which are actually in this room, some ladies that have defied the odds and they are holding very big positions. So just this perspective that it's ladies, ladies cannot do much even in the infrastructure realm, that's not right. Now, it goes back to what you are built and what you believe in. Because we can be here talking of inclusion of ladies in these roles, but if the ladies are not forthcoming, then definitely they will not be there. There are times when maybe you are even holding interviews and you want ladies to be included. Maybe 20 people are applied and all those are male. How are the ladies going to come in? They are not going to. So first of all, it's the interest. The ladies need to be interested. And when they come in, they also need to kind of show themselves. They have to show that they want to learn the area of expertise that they are working on. I'll give you an example. We also have a team under me, and they are ladies. I would tell you that you put gender aside. Yeah. These ladies are super. Right. They do the work. You cannot have a reason not to mentor these ladies. So I think it now starts with the ladies themselves. Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to take the challenge? Now, when you take the challenge, I think even the men, you have no reason not to mentor those. The field is large. When the ladies come in, it doesn't mean that it's a fight. We are all working for the same goal. So I think the interest needs to come from the ladies themselves. And for the men, it's not a battle. We are not fighting for the positions or what. We want to make things better. So the ladies have got a role, and men have to show support for these ladies. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. A round of applause. I think we have heard Red Bull is showing the interest, and we should know that those positions are there for us. So when those positions come out, let's apply, let's pursue them. So we hear from Mr. Akim Sanuka as well, who's representing the government. So the question is, in terms of your experience working in the government, as a leader in government cybersecurity, what policies or initiatives have you supported to encourage women's participation? Right? I have two sets of questions. So that's the first part. How can public sector cybersecurity initiatives encourage more young women to enter the field? So the first part is, as a leader in government cybersecurity, what policies or initiatives have you supported to encourage women's participation? Maybe we'll start off with that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your two questions. Let me tackle the first one to say what initiatives and policies from where I am sitting that I've supported. The Department of E-Government, it is mandated to coordinate the IT, the public sector IT services to support whether it comes to development. So we are mandated to do that. We've got a very huge responsibility to look after the government infrastructure, to support it, to secure it. Where I am operating from, we have the government computer emergency response team. It's a sectoral set that reports to the national set, which is the Malawi set. So our responsibilities lies under securing the public infrastructure. What policies? The number one thing that government has done is to make sure that they create an enabling environment. How would this be achieved is through these policies. Now we have the National Cybersecurity Strategy of 2016 to 2024, which is under review. It is aimed at to provide a framework, something that we can look up to when it comes to cybersecurity, conducting cybersecurity in the public sector. This is aimed at creating a secure cyberspace to support and to protect women and girls, including men as well, from malicious attackers. Number two, government has collaborated with educational institutions to provide STEM programs. What these programs do, let's say for example, mathematics. It is very important when it comes to cybersecurity to know some mathematics, because it helps you to solve problems. Because in cybersecurity, most of the stuff is to solve issues. So you need to undergo such kind of programs, such kind of subjects, so that tomorrow, when you venture into cybersecurity, it should be able to help you. So government is supporting through these educational institutions. Number three, through internships. We've seen year in, year out, government taking up these new graduates from the tertiary universities. So you can see what government, the steps that government has done. It means they are very much concerned. Why? It is because cybersecurity, it's a global issue. It transcends boundaries. So we may be sitting here, but we can be affected with what is happening in China. We may be sitting here, we might be affected with what is happening in the US. This is how the cyberspace operates. So it doesn't respect the boundaries that we've put here and there. To conclude, these are some of the few initiatives that I've supported from the Department of E-Government. Thank you.
Great. And to the last part of the question, which is how can public sector cybersecurity initiatives encourage more young women to enter the field?
All right, thank you so much. Earlier on, I did mention that government is one of the biggest employer, but government cannot employ everyone. We have so many unemployed young people that are roaming out there. The private sector should take a step further to support, whether through internships or whether direct employment, just to make sure that we ease the burden that is there currently upon government. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Round of applause for that.
Thank you. I've heard from
different initiatives that the public sector through the government largely is taking to encourage women's participation in the cybersecurity space. And I'll move on to the next question, which is looking at creating an inclusive work environment. Creating an inclusive work environment where both men, women, girls,